Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Good morning, guys. Welcome to our lesson today. We will study lesson 9, reading page 54 and 55. Before reading, have you ever had to make a serious decision in your life? Discuss. Serious decision means important or necessary decision. يعني قرار هام. The right choice. Let's listen to this story first, then we will answer some questions and read it. Listen.
The right choice. The story goes that in the 15th century, a tiny village near Nuremberg, Germany, lived a family with 18 children. In order to keep food on the table for his large family, the father, a goldsmith by profession, worked almost 18 hours a day. Despite their hopeless situation, two of the Durer's elder children had a dream. They both wanted to pursue their talent for art, but they knew full well that their father could never afford to send either of them to Nuremberg to study at the academy. After many long discussions, the two boys finally worked out a pact. Albert said, "I'll go down in the mines. With my earnings, I'll support you while you attend the academy for 4 years. When you complete your studies, you'll support me, either with the sales of your artwork or, if necessary, also by working in the mines." His brother Albrecht agreed and went off to Nuremberg to study art at the academy. Meanwhile, Albert went down into the dangerous mines and, for the next 4 years, financed his brother, whose work at the academy was almost an immediate sensation. Albrecht's etchings, his woodcuts, and his oils were far better than those of most of his professors, and by the time he graduated, he was beginning to earn high fees for his works. When the young artist returned to his village, the Durer family held a festive dinner to celebrate Albrecht's triumphant homecoming. After a long and memorable meal, Albrecht rose at the head of the table to thank his beloved brother for the years of support that had allowed Albrecht to fulfill his ambition. His closing words were, "And now, Albert, blessed brother of mine, it is your turn. Now you can go to Nuremberg to pursue your dream, and I will take care of you." All heads turned to the far end of the table where Albert sat, tears streaming down his pale face, shaking his lowered head from side to side while he sobbed and repeated over and over, "No, no, no, no." Finally, Albert rose, wiped the tears from his cheeks, and said, "No, brother, I cannot go to Nuremberg. It is too late for me. Look what 4 years in the mines have done to my hands. The bones in every finger have been smashed, and lately I have been suffering from arthritis so badly in my right hand that I cannot make delicate lines on parchment or canvas with a pen or a brush. No, brother, for me, it is too late." In order to show his gratitude to Albert, Albrecht Dürer drew his brother's abused hands with palms together and thin fingers stretched skyward. He called his powerful drawing simply hands, and the entire world almost immediately opened their hearts to his great masterpiece. Note: Albrecht Dürer is a famous artist, but there is no historical confirmation for this inspiring story, which appears to have been recently invented.
The right choice. The story goes that in the 15th century, in a tiny village near Nuremberg, Germany, lived a family with 18 children. Okay, so it's very big family. In order to keep food on the table for his large family, the father, who is a goldsmith by profession, his job was goldsmith. Goldsmith is the person who sell or makes things from gold. Okay, هو السائغ يعني. Worked almost 18 hours a day. despite their hopeless situation, although their hopeless situation, بالرغم من hopeless situation, bad situation. Okay, two of the daughter's elder children had a dream. Two of his sons had dream. They both wanted to pursue their talent for art. Pursue means to follow or continue their talent of art or for art. يعني عايزين يواصلوا الموهبة بتاعتهم في الفن أو في الرسم. But they knew full well that their father could never afford to send either of them to Nuremberg to study at the academy. His father is poor and he couldn't afford to send them. Okay, he has no money to send them to study in the town Nuremberg at the academy. After many long discussions, they speak to each other. Discussion means to speak or argument, اللي هو بعد نقاش. The two boys finally worked out a pact. Worked out a pact means to decide or come to agreement. يعني قرروا. Albert said, I'll go down in the mines. Go down means descend in the mines. Mines is the deep hole in the ground that people dig so they can remove coal or gold. اللي احنا بنسميه المنجم. Okay, I'll go down in the mines with my earnings, with my money. I'll support you, I'll help you while you attend the academy for 4 years. When you complete your studies, when you finish your studies, you will support me, you will help me, either with the sales of your artwork or if necessary also by working in the mines. You will help me with your money or I'll help myself with my work in the mines. His brother Albrecht agreed and went off to Nuremberg to study art at the academy. Meanwhile, at the same time, Albert went down into the dangerous mines and for the next 4 years financed his brother. Financed means paid, okay? Paid for his brother. يعني مول أخوه بالفلوس ودعمه بالمال to complete his study عشان يكمل دراسته. Whose work at the academy was almost an immediate sensation. Sensation means feeling, okay? Albrecht etchings. Etchings means print, a kind of print, نوع من أنواع الطباعة أو الحفر بنسموه حفر الكليشة, okay? His woodcuts also a kind of print, and his oils were far better than those of most of his professors. It was very better, very good, okay? So he could sell them with a lot of money. And by the time he graduated, after he finished his study, he was beginning to earn high fees for his works. He started to earn a lot of money for his work. When the young artist returned to his village, the Dürer family, his family, held a festive dinner. They celebrate him by making a dinner to celebrate Albrecht's triumphant homecoming. To celebrate his coming, triumphant means successful, okay? Successful in coming home. يعني عملوا حفلة لعودته للقرية. After a long and memorable meal, Albrecht rose at the head of the table to thank his beloved brother for the years of support. He thanks Rose here means stand at the heads of the table. Okay, stand at the table of the dinner to thank his brother, okay, who helped him and for the years of support that had allowed Albert to fulfill. Fulfill means achieve or finish his ambition, his dreams. His closing words were, he said, "And now, Albert, blessed brother of mine, it's your turn. Now you can go to Nuremberg to pursue your dream. It's your turn to go and complete your dream, and I'll take care of you, and I'll help and support you." All heads turned to the far end of the table. All the people on the table who were eating moved to the table, the person who is speaking, where Albert sat, tears streaming down his pale face, الدموع streaming down his pale face, shaking his lower head from side to side while he sobbed and repeated. Sobbed means cried and repeated over and over, "No, no, no." Finally, Albert rose, wiped the tears from his cheeks and said, wiped his tears means cleaned his tears, يعني مسح دموعه, and said, "No, brother, I cannot go to Nuremberg. It's too late for me. الوقت متأخر خلاص. Look what 4 years in the mines have done to my hands. Look to my hands, what happened to them. The bones in every finger have been smashed. Destroyed, the bones, العظام, destroyed, smashed. And lately I have been suffering from arthritis. Arthritis, the disease that causes the joints of your body to become very painful. Okay, لو التهاب المفاصل. Arthritis so badly in my right hand that I cannot make delicate lines. I cannot make fine or good lines on parchment, on paper, or canvas with a pen or a brush. So he can't draw. Okay, he cannot do his talent. يعني ما يقدرش يمارس موهبته خلاص. Now, no brother, for me it's too late. In order to show his gratitude to Albert, gratitude means thankfulness, عشان يظهر أو يبين امتنانه وشكره to Albert. Albert Dürer drew his brother's abused hands. He drew his brother's hands with palms together and the thin finger stretched skyward, stretched to the sky. Okay? He called his powerful drawings simply hands. And the entire world almost immediately opened their hearts to his great masterpiece. Masterpiece means a work of art. القطعة الفنية اللي هو رسمها دي. Note, Albert Dürer is a famous artist, but there is no historical confirmation for this inspiring story. يعني مفيش حاجة توثق this inspiring story. للقصة encouraging المشجعة أو المحفزة هذه, which appears to have been recently invented. Okay, Ali?
The right choice. The story goes that in the 15th century, in a tiny village near Nuremberg, Germany, lived a family with 18 children. In order to keep food on the table, for the large family. The father, a goldsmith, a goldsmith
Goldsmith
by
yeah.
goldsmith by profession, worked almost 18 hours a day. Despite their hopeless situation,
Hopeless
two of the
situation.
two of the daughter's elder children had a dream. They both wanted to pursue their
Pursue.
talent
To pursue.
to pursue their talent for art, but they know full well that their father could never afford to send either of them to Nuremberg to study at the academy. After many long decisions, the two boys' family finally worked out a pact. A pact. Albert said, "I will go down in the mines with my earnings. I will support you while you attend the academy for 4 years. When you complete your studies, you will support me, either with the sales of your artwork, or if necessary also by working in the mines." His brother Albert agreed and Albrecht agreed
They are
and
two
want.
brothers, Albrecht and Albert. Okay?
Okay,
Albrecht and Albert. Yes, Ali?
okay. Albrecht agreed and went off to Nuremberg to study art and at the academy. Meanwhile, Albert went down into the dangerous mines and and for uh, for the next 4 years financed his brother, whose work at the academy was almost an immediate ascension.
Sensation.
Senation.
Sensation.
Albert sensation. Albert uh, it
Chains.
chains, his woodcuts and his oils were far better than those of most of his professors, and by the time he graduated, he was being to earn high fees for his works.
Okay, thank you, Ali. Exercise A. Explain the following expressions in your own words. Could not afford. What does this expression mean? It means didn't have enough money. Okay? He couldn't afford means he didn't have enough money. To work out a pact. To reach an agreement. Okay? To fulfill his ambition means to do what he wants to do with his life, or to achieve his dreams. Exercise B. Now in your own words explain the brother's choice. The family could not afford to send either son to art schools. The two brothers worked out a pact, reached agreement. Albrecht would go to fulfill his ambition at art school, and Albert would work in the mines to support him, to help his brother Albrecht. Okay, so Albert will help Albrecht. Exercise C. Answer true or false. Number 1. Okay, Saud.
The father worked very hard as a
Taylor.
tailor in World 2 support his family.
True or false?
false.
False, yeah. Thank you, Saud. In order to, and this, he was not a tailor, he was a goldsmith. Okay, number 2. Okay, Abdulaziz.
The two boys were talented and wanted to become artists.
True or false?
True.
True, yeah. Very good. Thank you, Abdulaziz. Number 3. Okay, Ali.
The father didn't have enough money to send his sons to the academy. True.
True, yeah. Very good. Thank you, Ali. Number 4. One brother would stay at home while the other went to Nuremberg. Yeah, to help his brother. Number 5. By the time he graduated, Albrecht's works were already known. True. Albrecht came back home to fulfill his part of the deal. True, yeah. His brother Albert couldn't go to academy because he had broken fingers. False. Not broken fingers, but he has, as we said, arthritis. Not broken fingers. He has arthritis. Okay. Albrecht drew his brother's hands to express his gratitude. Yes, his thanks to his brother. Of course, it's true. Thank you, guys. I hope you enjoyed the lesson and see you next lesson. Inshallah. Goodbye.